We are joined now by Alex Murdaugh's attorneys, Harpootlian and Jim Griffin. Thank you both for joining us this morning. Mr. Griffin, let me begin with you. You said yesterday you first heard these allegations through a whisper campaign. What does that mean exactly?
Well, George, soon after the trial, actually, as soon as the verdict was rendered, we had gotten, some indication from folks in the courtroom that there was something untoward that had happened in the jury room. We didn't know exactly what. And we went on, a campaign to try to find out what. And we were met with silence. And eventually, though, and we think it was, the impetus was Becky Hill's book that opened the door for us to get information from the jury that we were able to file in the court here yesterday.
So, Mr. Harpootlian, walk us through these allegations right now and why you think they require a new trial.
Well, the allegations are that the clerk of court, we have sworn affidavits and interviews, sworn affidavits from 2 jurors and interviews with other jurors indicate that the clerk of court went in, for instance, went into the jury room prior to us presenting our case, saying, don't be confused, don't be persuaded. When Alex Murdaugh was testifying, don't believe him. And that, I mean, under just every case you can read is enough to give us a new trial. You don't even have to show they listened to it or that it made any difference. That kind of intrusion into the sanctity of the jury room is an automatic new trial.
Mr. Griffin, is there any reason you didn't reach out directly to Rebecca?
Well, we went to the jurors who gave us the information, and we got, sworn testimony from the jurors. We did not reach out to her. We knew that she had a lawyer related to other matters, and so, we went forward with the information that we had to file it in court.
What did Alex Murdaugh say when you gave him this news?
I met with Alec in person, showed him the affidavits, and I can tell you that, he's a lawyer, been a lawyer for a long time. He was startled, he was shaking, he was shocked. And he understood the significance of it, and he thanked Dick and I for, beating the roads of Colleton County to get this information.
And Mr. Harpootlian, why do you think a new trial is going to really make any difference? Mr. Murdaugh admitted on the stand that he lied to the police about his alibi. Why could he get exonerated a second time around?
Well, there's many factors, but the first factor is that the jury heard 2.5 weeks of the financial fraud before we ever got to the murder trial. And I think it's important to understand that if you look at the forensics, if you look at the government's case, there's no way forensically he could have committed these murders. But George, I want to say one thing before we move on to that, and that is this. The 2 jurors that gave us affidavits hired a lawyer, Joe McCullough, before they would talk to us and before they gave us the affidavits. The other jurors out there are on a group text, and we are reasonably informed that last week when these allegations began to surface, one of the jurors said, quote, "Who's talking?" I'm concerned that these jurors don't understand the import of what's getting ready to happen. They need to get lawyers. They need to understand they may have some exposure, and they need to be careful before they start talking to the FBI or SWED or even us.
You think that, I'm not following that exactly. You think the jurors violated the law?
I think there could be, if they could be accused of violating the law, I think that if I were them, I'd want a lawyer, just like the 2 jurors that we talked to, hired Joe McCullough to be their lawyer, so that he screened what we asked them, so there'd be no problem with exposure for them.
And you both still believe that Alex Murdaugh did not kill his wife and son?
Absolutely.
100%.
Thank you both for joining us. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.